Hi, this is Mark Cantrell, and what I want to talk about is what kind of questions you should ask any attorney that you're considering hiring to handle your criminal case, whether it's a DUI or some other more serious crime. It doesn't make any difference. These are questions that you need to ask. Number one is, of course, how long have you been practicing? How long have you been an attorney? I've been an attorney for over 20 years. Next question is, do you do trials? Now, you may think that's a foolish question, but there are many, many attorneys out there that never do trials because of inexperience. They just don't like being in front of a jury. They don't have the skills. They don't feel like they can do a good enough job. There's all kinds of reasons. I have done well over 300 trials. Next question. Are you recognized by the community? Do judges, DAs, just the community in general, do they know who you are? Well, one of the things that I like to point out is I don't do a lot of advertising, okay? You're not going to see fancy websites. You're not going to see yellow page ads for me. I rely on word of mouth, referrals, and my reputation in the community. If you come in here, I'm going to show you newspaper articles about me, actual articles written by the newspaper reporters that talk about some of my memorable cases, some of my significant victories. That's the proof of the pudding. Does your attorney do trials, and is he recognized in the community at large as being a trial attorney? And the answer for me is yes. The next thing you should ask your attorney is, do you have life experience and training that is relevant other than just going to law school? And that's an area that I am particularly proud of, and that is what I did before I became an attorney. Before I became an attorney, I was a scientist. I worked at Norton Air Force Base on the missile program. I have a graduate degree in mathematics. I have a great deal of experience in all phases of science. So any case that relies on science as evidence is going to be something that I can deal with. So for example, in a typical DUI case, there's going to be laboratory evidence, and that is something that I can attack. I can bring in my own experts and do an effective job of presenting evidence to challenge the district attorney's version of the events. In addition, I've kept up with my scientific training. I am an adjunct professor of mathematics at Riverside City College. So I keep up with the latest literature. I am absolutely the best qualified attorney in Riverside and San Bernardino County when it comes to any sort of scientific evidence that might be appropriate for your case. Okay, now let's talk a little bit more about DUIs. When it comes to DUIs, your attorney needs to have a written plan for how he is going to attack the government's case. Most of the government's case is based on the personal perception, the personal opinion of the officer when he says that he thought that you were impaired, and it's going to be based on the science involved, either the breath test or the blood test showing that your blood alcohol allegedly is above 0.08. Well, with respect to the officer's opinion, that is based on the field sobriety tests. So let's talk about the scientific evidence. The scientific evidence is based on either a breath test or a blood test. If you don't have a written plan for attacking that, you don't know what you're doing. So here's my offer to you. Send me an email. My address is attorneycantrell@gmail.com, and I will send you my written plan for how do I attack these tests. I have scientific articles that are attached to my plans. These are practice guides that other attorneys ask me for, and I am happy to share with the other attorneys, and I'm happy to share it with you. This way you'll know that there is hope. It is not a hopeless situation just because the test says your blood alcohol is above 0.08. Much of that is junk science, and it can be challenged in court in front of that jury. Thank you.